Good morning, everyone. I am sending you guys my next update from Orphanage Emmanuel. Today is October 5th, and I will be talking a little bit about our new convenue program. We just celebrated the Day of the Children here, so our teachers and some of our students dressed up as clowns, and they played games with the kids, and they had piñatas. Every house had a piñata to break, and lots of food, lots of singing, musical chairs, and things like that. Also, some of our students have, stepped up to help like tutor our kids. So some of our kids are in school, some of our kids are out of school. I will also be talking about how the new changes affected my job and how my job has changed. And also, there is a praise report with one of our special needs children who has cerebral palsy. She came to us and just, I want to say she was 2 months old and she was about 6 pounds, and she has cerebral palsy. And so we have taken care of her. She will be 4 in December, and she has learned to walk. And so I included a short clip of her walking on her own as well, because that is definitely a praise report on, just how awesome our God is, and how with hard work and practice, we can do all things through Him, through Christ Jesus who strengthens us. And she is no exception, even though that she's 4. And so there's some piñata clips and some musical chairs clips and things like that of our children. And so I hope you guys enjoy this update, and I will look forward to seeing you guys sometime in, I don't know, a couple years maybe. We'll see. There's a new program here in Honduras, and it's called the Convenio program. And it's a program where they have come in and they have taken all of our children 10 and under and all of our special needs, and they provide their medicine for life. Well, up until 10, but the special needs is for life. So like our 30-year-olds, our 25-year-olds that have aged out of the system, that will live here for the rest of their life, they pay for all of their permanent medicine. And that's a lot of seizure medicine, a lot of psych drugs, because these are special needs kids. So we probably have one of the most highest population of special needs children in an orphanage, because nobody wants them, because they're expensive. And they're hard, they're hard to take care of. And so we have probably about 45 to 50 special needs kids. But in this program, they provide us with a doctor, and with a pediatric doctor. And so her name is Dr. Ada. Basically, the program will send like 5 candidates that they think would be a good fit, and then we get to choose which one we want based on their interview and them understanding, this is a large orphanage, there's 500 kids, it's a big job, it's a lot of responsibility. And so even though she's not responsible for all the children, she's responsible to oversee any health need that is needed in the moment. She does not know the ins and outs of Emmanuel because she lives outside. So like our day-to-day practices, we can't just expect her to be able to manage that, because she's not here. So she doesn't know who's in charge of the school. She doesn't know who's in charge of the big girls. Those are things that she doesn't see every day. And so in the morning is when all the convenue kids come that are sick, because she only works from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday through Friday. And then I cover the afternoon and Saturday and Sunday. And so I try to make sure like her job description of who she is supposed to see gets seen as a priority. And then if we have a kid that just, maybe they're having some general health issues, I say, okay, I will put you on a list. And when we see, okay, this is a slow day, not too many convenue kids came today, then we call them one by one, and they can sit down with her and they can go over whatever health ailment that they have. But they are not the priority unless it's like an emergency. And so, we can be in convenue, time and have like 5 convenue kids sitting, waiting to be seen. But if somebody comes in and has fallen and needs, stitches, she's got to stop and she's got to do the stitches, because her job description requires her to also handle emergencies. But I'm here too, so it's not like, we both just handle whatever happens in the moment. I feel like we work well together. I've asked her opinion. She feels like we work well together. And then we've added a 3rd addition to the clinic. Her name's Danielle, and she's from the United States as well. She's one of our staff members. She's one of the staff members in the baby house, but positive change, but lots of changes. And so when you don't have time to really, absorb the change, and you're working simultaneously with all the changes, my mind got quite busy. And so I feel like we're at the tail end of that, where I think I kind of got it down, like what I need to do every day just to be on top of it and not fall behind. Because the convenue kind of controls how we do things. And so if they want something different, or they want it done a different way, then we have to do it the way they say. And so we might start out doing it one way, and then in the middle of the month, the convenue says, we don't like the way that is written. We don't like the way you guys are doing that. We want you to do it this way, And it's like, okay, like all you can do is say, okay, and, and do, because we want the program. Like, we don't want to lose this program because we are not doing it properly. We don't want it to be our fault if they were to pull this program from this orphanage, because it is well within their means to do that. I'm told that they started out in like 14 orphanages, and they are down to 7 because of misappropriation of funds. And so our documentation has to be pretty much perfect. Like I said, paperwork, computer work. Organizing files on the computer, because I've got 17 years of files on my computer. My computer's from 2003. I am in the process of moving all of the convenue information and all of the new practices that we have onto a jump, so that when it dies, I don't lose that stuff. It's kind of quite comical. Me and the doctor, we just kind of laugh at our computer situation. Our computer's dying, our printer has an attitude, and like kind of does what it wants to do when it wants to do it. You hit print and it just shoots out 20 papers, but it didn't print anything. It's just quite comical. And so this is it for now. I don't know if I have any other information at this time. It is now 5:15, and so I've got about 45 minutes before I have to be at work. And so I will probably get some stuff done, like I'm in the process of doing laundry and things like that, just because it's a lot nicer to do that stuff earlier in the morning when it's not so hot, to run the dryer and things like that. And so it's really nice, my new apartment that they built for me, as far as ease of lifestyle, is what it is creating. I share a porch with the clinic, and so I have a back door in my laundry room where I can go into the clinic, and then, if I need to in the middle of the night, I don't even have to go outside. I can just go straight into the clinic. And if I'm in the clinic and I forgot my radio, it's right next door. Like, I don't have to walk anywhere to get it. And so I have my own washer and dryer, which is just a blessing. And so I'm very grateful for the February team for including that in the funding for the new clinic, because I thought it would come back as no. But Dr. Clay was like, I think that is a definite need. And so if it gives you a little bit easier time with what you manage, then we want to do that for you. Sorry, my phone has shut off once again in the middle of a sentence, but basically I was talking about the Opelika container. And so he's a gentleman, him and his wife, they come pretty often. They've been coming for 25 years or more, and he is on a particular medicine that has to be injected, and that's how we got to know each other, because I would give him his injections while he was here, because they're usually here sometimes for like 2 or 3 weeks, just like visiting everyone. And so he has made space for me on the Opelika container to put a whole tote of things that I might need for my apartment. So I have 2 window fans coming, and the extension cords in case they don't reach the outlet. And I got a couple other little things, like I need a knee brace because I have torn the ligaments in my knee probably a year and a half ago, and flying severely agitated those ligaments. My knee swelled up to the point to where I couldn't bend it. And so I've had 2 doctor's appointments. I just had my second one. They've been giving me steroid injections for the inflammation and pain medicine. But my last doctor's appointment, they gave me 3 more injections. My last one's today. And they pretty much said, you need to see an orthopedic surgeon, and you need to stabilize this knee so that you don't fall, because it gives out when I'm walking, because the ligaments are just too weak right now. And so, just like it is in the United States, because of COVID-19, I mean, there are no specialists right now. There is nowhere for me to go. And so, you just have to sit back and wait. And so we hope next year teams will start coming again to the surgical hospital around the corner where orthopedics do come, and they most likely would be able to do a surgery if it comes to that. Maybe just stabilizing it in a knee brace will allow it to, to heal. We won't really know until I actually see a specialist and get an MRI and figure out the damage that I did while running in the middle of the night a year and a half ago. I think about a year and a half ago. It was in June of last year. It was in the middle of the night, and it was a kid that wasn't breathing. And I don't remember anything but hitting the ground. I don't remember tripping. I don't remember anything. I just remember running and falling. And then I got up and I fell again. And so Santos was running behind me, and he just picked me up and put me in the gator. I was bleeding by the time I got to the emergency from my hands and from my legs where I fell across the rocks. And so it was quite everybody's like, you need a doctor right now. But so it's it's a knee injury, and everybody knows how knees go. And so I just want to thank everyone for their support and their prayers. And I will catch you guys up again probably next year sometime. So take care, everyone. Bye.